you know what time it is? Billy, for God's sake, it's 12:30. This is the last time I'm calling you. Are you going to rise today at all?
Christ, McGuire, you're a disgrace to the uniform.
It's all right, but I'd be the worst in the world if I let him sleep in for the first race. Oh, I definitely need my head examined, waiting hand and foot on a great big lazy lump of a man that should have been married and out of my bloody road years ago. Oh, God forbid any poor innocent wee girl to be landed with you. God save us, this place smells like a brewery. Give me strength.
Ah, Jesus. For Christ's sake, it's Peter Cushing. For God's sake, missus, have a bit of pity. Shut them bloody curtains.
You look at that. Jeez, Mary, Joseph's drinking already and he's not even out of bed.
Purely medicinal, my good woman. Hair of the dog and all that, you know.
If your father was alive, my God.
You know, I was just thinking about that there the other day. If my father was alive this week, he'd be 10 years dead next Monday.
Well, I don't think that's anything to make a joke about. I suppose you'll be laughing about it when they carry me away to the grave. God knows that won't be very long now with the way you're carrying on.
Come on, lad, missus. If you don't laugh, you're bit. Life is just a bullet.
God, look to your wit is all I can say. I see you had the good sense to take your shoes off at least, unless you lost them somewhere. Where were you anyway till 3 a.m?
Good question, missus.
McGuire. You full of shit. What are you doing to yourself? You look like Dorian Gray's picture. Do you know what I'm thinking, Mother? That girl was right.
You mean the one that wouldn't marry you, then I'm inclined to agree.
Not funny, Mother. No. I mean the one that said I had the face of a famous man.
Did she now? Well, it'll have to be your face, all right, for you won't be famous for your brains, I doubt. And about as much sense as a 10-year-old.
Hey now. You're muttering to yourself again, woman. I warned you about that now, didn't I? First signs is an update, and you're getting packed off the funny farm.
Don't think I wouldn't enjoy it.
Come on now, missus. Don't be going all geriatric on me. You have to pull your weight around here like everybody else.
Well, you look at what's talking. If you pull your weight out of bed of a morning, it'd fit you better.
Now, hold on a minute. Man that works all week's entitled to lie on a Saturday morning.
Oh, aye. And I suppose he's entitled to be blind drunk every other night of the week as well. And I suppose I'm entitled to sit here and worry about him being brought home in an ambulance.
The joys of parenthood, Well, nothing would do ye, but you get married and have wains.
Well, I wish you'd do the same and give me some peace.
Haven't met the right girl yet, Mar.
Aye. God knows there's not many saints and martyrs walking round. I doubt your chance have all passed you by.
Aye, maybe they have all right, Ma. Or maybe I passed them by.
What do you want for your breakfast? Do you want a fry?
You must be joking. Do you want to punish me off, all the guy? Right, Jesus. Cup of tea and a bottle do me rightly. Right now, kid. You're looking a wee bit better now. Looking a wee bit more Protestant looking now. Oh, for the wings of a dove. There you are. What more does a man want in the morning? A fresh bap and a cup of tea. Hey dude, Mark's got it all wrong, Mother. It's baps. Baps are the opium of the working class. Not the church at all.
I doubt Mark said more than his prayers.
I suppose he got all right.
And talking of church, you'd better get yourself to confession if you want to receive at Joe's wedding. Do you remember where the chapel is, all right?
Aye. Sure, I'm not passing every day in the way the bookies.
Billy, I'm serious. The best man has to receive, and in front of the whole chapel too. God knows when you were last at confession.
There's no point in confession, Mother, if you've no sins to confess.
I suppose you don't remember half of what you've done. Go to Father Hagen. He's very nice to go to.
Why, does he let you off easier, one?
He's just very understanding.
Hey, did you hear the one about the wee boy went to confession and said, "Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. I ate meat on a Friday." And the priest says, "Yes, yes, and what else?" And the wee boy says, "And cabbages and spuds too."
Aye, we heard it before. Oh, mockery.
The story is true. I know, because I was that boy.
Anyway, you've been allowed to eat meat for Friday for years now.
It's a pity. You don't enjoy it half as much, do you? Christ, look at the time, hey? Everywhere we go, missus.
You'd better collect your good suit from the cleaners. Unless you want to appear at this wedding in your jeans.
Why? Will they not give you communion if you haven't been to the cleaners as well?
Christ, I'm eating as well as a dog. Here's the ticket. It's the one at the foot of William Street. I still think you should have hired the dress suit like Joe wanted.
You off your head. Me and a pen going out for it. There'll be photographers there. I have a reputation to keep up in this town.
Aye, God knows that's true enough. Listen, watch your money. Don't be leaving it all to the bookies. The best man needs money to pay the priest and to buy drinks for the people and all.
Aye, all right. I did best man before, you know. For James and Maureen, remember? That's me. Always a bridesmaid, eh?
That was 7 years ago. God knows, I think that was the last time you were at confession.
Well, I was young and foolish then, wasn't I?
Aye, and now you're just foolish. Billy, listen, I'm serious.
What? I am listening.
Joe's depending on you. God knows he ought to know you well enough. For God's sake, don't let him down.
God save us. All right. What do you think I'm going to do anyway? Smash up the chapel or something? Listen, if Jamesy calls, tell him I'll see him down the bookies. And tell him to remember about the stag night tonight, all right?
More drink. Any excuse.
I'll be back for my tea, all right?
Well,
Well, what?
are you going or are you not?
Maureen, don't make such a big production out of it. It's not a life and death decision, you know. Why don't you just let things happen? I might not.
What? You might stick your hand in the fire to see if it burns you.
I might put on an appearance for a while, that's all.
An appearance? You're going to put in an appearance at a stag party.
I said I might.
Why? What's the point?
Look, I can handle it.
Leave that bottle alone! Fucking bastards!
But why take the chance? Look, do you mean to tell me that you're going to go along there with all that old crowd with Joe and Pat and Billy McGuire and all the rest of them, and you're going to go in there and they're all going to be be singing and there's going to be crack and boozing, and you're going to sit there and drink a Coke while they all drink themselves stupid and have a great time?
Yes, that's precisely what I'm going to do. Look, Maureen, I have to face that sort of thing. There's no point in hiding and pretending that drink doesn't exist and that situations like that don't exist. Let's face it, Maureen, eh? Circumstances aren't going to change. The world isn't going to change suddenly. I'm the one that has to change, right?
Jamesy, there's a difference between facing things and putting yourself in harm's way. How do you know they're going to let you?
Well, it's not up to them. What do you think they're going to do? Hold me down and pour the drink down me?
Christ, I wouldn't put it past Billy McGuire.
Right, you know him better than that. Billy just goes his own way.
Aye, and the rest of you all follow along behind him. Oh, I know Billy all right. Probably better than you do. Bloody Pied Piper.
Pied Piper. Suppose that makes us the rats, does it?
No, Jamesy. Makes you the children.
Very good, Maureen, very good. It's through Billy I met you, if you remember. He was our best man too, that's right.
Well, he's got a lot to answer for.
You don't really mean that, Maureen.
I hope not, Jamesy.
Look, it'll be okay. I'm not about to do something stupid and throw the last 3 months down the drain. Have a little faith, baby.
A little faith is what I have, Jamesy. And every time you come home sober, I'll love myself a wee bit more. That doesn't mean I'm going to sit back and let the whole thing happen all over again, Jamesy, because I also have 2 young children who've never been more content. Because their father suddenly has all the time in the world for them, and he comes home and he listens to them and keeps his promises to them, and he doesn't waken them up in the middle of the night and fall down the stairs. And I'm not going back to that, Jamesy. I'm not going to put everything at risk just for the sake of you keeping face with Billy McGuire.
All right, Maureen, all right. I'm not going to slide back. I don't need to be so melodramatic.
So I'm being melodramatic now?
All right, look, I didn't mean that, but there's no need for the whole thing to be so miserable. I just want us to be ordinary.
Ordinary? Okay, that's easy. You're an ordinary alcoholic, Jamesy. How's that?
You know what I mean. I'm not doing penance, Maureen. We agreed that. We talked about it.
Okay, look, I don't want you to do penance. That's not what I want. And I don't want to tie you down either. That's no life for me. But if you drink again, Jamesy, don't come home to me. I mean it.
Never mind trying to spare my feelings, Maureen. Give it to me straight.
Wash the dishes before you go out.
Watching days go by, you get the notion in your head you're going nowhere. I'm sure you felt that way too. Don't the good times fly? They say you'll be a long time dead. If life's for living, it's up to you. Let's dance. Romance, find El Dorado beyond the mountains of the moon. No fears, no tears. You pay the piper, you call the tune. Watching days go by, you get the notion in your head you're going nowhere. I'm sure you felt that way too. Don't the good times fly? They say you'll be a long time dead. If life's for living, it's up to you. Let's dance. find El Dorado beyond the mountains of the moon. No fears, no tears. You pay the piper, you call the tune.
It's like food pissing, you know, or bragging in a brand new house, eh? For God's sake, what are friends for now if you can't defend them like that, eh? That right, Professor?
What's that, Billy?
Just telling the kid here about the duties of the best man at the wedding ceremony. You know about servicing the bride in the event of the groom becoming old and incapacitated.
Absolutely. A long and honourable tradition. Stretching back to Roman times, I believe.
There you are. What a pity. I thought your dad would have told you about that long ago.
But get lost, McGuire. Just you worry about making your speech, that's all.
Hey, I'm deadly serious, hey. Why do you think they call him a best man anyway? Tell us that, eh? People actually send for me to do best man, you know.
But I can't fall by that stage. God knows what you're going to be like.
Me? I'd be like a stallion kid. All right, Professor?
Absolutely, Billy. A stallion.
Jeez, tell us how you know that, Professor.
Don't you answer that, Professor. You're not obliged to say anything.
Except when you want them to. Here, suppose you did the needful for James when you were his best man.
What?
Suppose you wrote Maureen then.
That is another thing the best man's noted for.
What's that, Billy?
Discretion, sunshine. Discretion. Something a punk kid like you wouldn't understand. Now, let us pick a Gigi there and make our part. You fancy anything at camping, Professor?
Aye, I've a notion for Ridgefield.
Ridgefield? 12 to 1, please. And I feel like that. 12 to 1, no doubt about it. Hey, that's definitely worth an each way. Joe, what do you think?
Yeah,
Ridgefield, eh?
Consider if you hadn't put the kiss of death on it.
Away that. She's a wee cert. Put the house in it, Professor. I'll go the whole hog. 10 each way. Devil hits a curve.
Easy off your head, McGuire. That's all your drinking money for this evening.
We're in that sunshine. Look at the flowers in the field. They sow not, neither do they join that trustee savings bank.
You're mad, McGuire.
Here, fill you in the dollar. Joe here thinks I'm a kiss of death.
Ah, well, so you know how it is. Some are lucky in love and others.
If that was through your own a bloody place, eh? Come on, Professor, hurry up for God's sake and we'll watch it over Mickey's.
Billy, you couldn't,
Christ, you're not skint again, eh? I'll tell you what, you're in 10%. We'll hang together. All right? Listen, go on, hurry up, or the thing will be away. You stay here and get the money and bring it over to Mickey's, all right? Come on. You're not making an investment, you know?
Are you kidding? I need all the money I can get this well.
Christ almighty, don't tell me you're on their starting orders already, eh? You don't get married on Monday, eh? And she's got her pockets sewn up already, eh?
Jeez, Billy, do you know how much it costs to get married?
Christ almighty. I'm hanging around that bloody walking credit union. Are you a man or a mouse, see?
Jeez, I know I'm going to regret this. Here, Professor, throw a fiver each way for me, would you?
Ah, that's me boy, eh? Easy come, easy go. Trust and bally, hey. The form's misleading. Not much class in that race at all.
Jeez, I wish your forms had Tupstart Morty recommended. Here, how'd your magnificent treble turn out last week?
1 unbeaten, 2 hammered. But that's where story in the form gets you now. I have a feeling in my water about this thing. It's a wee cert. Come on. I'm away over to Mickey's. Listen to me. We'll have a pint ready for you, Professor. We'll see you over there, alright? Hey, Alec, want all that in fibres now, hey? And save us 30 pounds. You know what about it.
McGuire, piss off.
That's what I like about you, Alec, hey. Sweet death, eh? There you are. In a quarter to. Like a tiny step in the air before the off.
I think I need it.
What about you, Pat, eh, kid? How they hanging? Nice look what's your lad there, eh? And like a fish supper store we like them, eh?
Well, you're looking alright after last night. Don't expect to see you emerge until 5 at least.
What are you on about? You can't eat down a thoroughbred. You's married men, no stamina at all. Hey, bar person, 2 of your best bottles there, and be sharp and a good man.
Christ, McGuire, did you go home at all last night?
And I'll thank you to keep a civil tongue in your head.
Whole notions of service to the public nowadays is completely unknown, you know that?
Aye, really dreadful.
That's quite hard to get good help, isn't it?
Now you're talking.
It's a good horse hoping they need from time to time. Keep them in their place.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you are. Put that down your wee neck there, look.
God love you, you're a decent man. Here, I tell you to keep a chains high, but I've a grey haired out mother to keep. Mother of mine. Well, gentlemen, cheers. First that day.
That's a light for a start. Hey, Mickey, I hope you're well stocked up for the night. Stag party of the night, you know. Ah, Christ, don't tell me I'm going to have a whole handle of you crowd tonight again.
Sure, that's the whole point about getting married, isn't it? You wouldn't deny the young fella here his last taste of freedom, would you?
What are you on about last taste of freedom? Bloody sure, it's not that long shot.
That's what you think. What do wee Francis gets her fist round her throat, another one around your pay packet? We'll see how free you are there. Hey Francis, go and lend us a pound to go down that pub.
Alright.
Hey Francis, can go out with the boys tonight. I promise now we'll be back in early.
Did I tell you something, kid? She takes me as she finds me, or not at all.
Wish I had a pound for every time I heard that day. Look at this fella here, eh? Look at this miserable bastard here. I remember him about 5 years ago saying the same thing. Now look at him. Bit stupid. All the fight gone out of him. Hey, you're all right, sunshine, though, aren't you?
Oh, well now, has its compensations, let's see.
A wee bit of sanctified sex when the TV's not working. Well, you're more compensation for losing a wee finger, eh? As a man says, it's like burning down the house for a bit of toast, eh? No, you don't get me up on one of them things. I prefer to play the field.
Right on.
What are you on about? A fellow with my good-looking charm's worth another 20 years at least.
Yeah, what then? But what after that?
Them sunshine, they can plant me in the nearest field and watch the daisies spring from my smile of satisfaction.
Aye, right there.
What's all this? You expounding again, McGuire?
Christ, look, he's been sent out a message here. Here comes one day at a time. Make way for a day at a time. What about you, James's son? You alright? Hey, bird person, give us like a bottles for men here and a glass of milk for Bronco Lane.
Listen, big mouth, Bronco Lane beat people up like you for less.
I'll tell you what, it'll take more than you and your horse, anyway. What do you want?
Just a Coke.
Christ, that Coke. Give him a Coke, Maggie, would you?
What's all this you're giving out about now?
Oh, well, he's going to be a gay bachelor till he's 50, and then he's going to cheerfully kiss his ass goodbye.
That's easy to say now. Thanks, Mickey.
Well, that's where you're wrong. It's not easy to say. You wouldn't say it. It takes brains to say it. It takes bloody guts to say that there. Some newsboys only read about in that book. Christ, he's making me sick, the whole lot of you, eh? No friggin' stamina. He's reached 25 and he's starting to panic, eh? Christ, I better get married quick, eh? It'll be too late. Everybody will think I'm queer. Then he's all battered up that chapel like a crowd of sheep, eh?
Oh, you're really slow.
1 foot in a grave, eh? And a world still your oyster. Mortgage, debt, wains, shitty nappies. Jesus. That's mass suicide, that's what it is.
Ah, well, as I said, it has its compensations. Shitty nappies can grow on you, you know.
I don't know. I doubt you're protesting too much, McGuire. Sounds like Bolly's about to take a plunge. What do you think, lads?
Aye, more like a drowned man coming up for air.
Aye. Who is she, Bolly?
Look, sure, Billy doesn't need to get married. He gets all he needs from being best man, apparently.
Who's that?
Hey, Mickey, turn up that light and look, the wrist has started there.
All depends on whether he gets drunk or not, you see.
What, so? Give it a rest, will you? Have money right away.
If he does the right, best man here.
I said shut up. You going to watch this or not?
Billy have a sore.
Leave him alone, I'm interested.
Shut up and watch our fortune in
Come on, Joe.
What have you got?
What does the best man do?
Let's
all
keep
depends, you
quiet.
see.
Let's leave it there. Let's just wait.
Okay.
That's the right that crowd there, does it? Come on, you boy! Oh, come on, you good baby! She's come on, you wee girlie! She's well ahead of me, listen, right now there. Just hurry up here, look. Hiya, girlie! Look, this. Come on! You're gonna walk. Get up there! Come on, walk her home, walk her home! Come on! Give her a high, he's home! Get away! Get away! For God's sake, is a gift I'm telling you, it's a gift. 140 smacker.
So for rich.
Fortune favours the brave, eh? Stick on me, kid, eh? You'll work there.
You're right, Polly.
£140? What do you do? Put the house on it? You must be off your head, McGuire.
Eat your heart out, Bronco. Hey, bird person, more drinks, my friends here, and make it halves and Give one day at a time another coke.
I thought the stag party was tonight.
Never put off until tomorrow, as my old dad used to say. That's why he spent half his day in his bed, eh? Ah, here comes a bear of glad tidings. What? Ah, Jesus, don't tell us.
But if I think about it, Billy, it seemed a bit of an outside chance.
You didn't put the bet on?
Yeah, God, well, it's his funeral.
Good anyway. Well done, Professor. Tell us this here. Did your whole life just flash in front of you there? Because you were at death's door, you that money there.
The matter of my commission.
Here. I'm a fool of myself. Don't you spend all that in the one shot now, you hear me?
Hey, what about my share? Half that's mine.
Dear not sunshine, it's in good hands. You'd only spend it on something sensible like a toaster or something like that, eh? That's all I take.
For God's sake, Billy, young fella's getting married on Monday, sure he'll need all I can get.
Listen, away you home and put out the washing or something's a good drying day there, eh?
Aye, well, I suppose I'd better be going. If they took away the bath.
Tell us this, isn't it about time you got a bath in your own house like everybody else? We'll see you tonight now.
Aye, well.
James, you'll try and make it down later.
Well, I don't know. Well, I'll try and reach
You can't miss it.
Well, I'll be down for a while, Joe.
Aye, we'll get Mickey here to get another crit of coke on, eh?
Aye, well, you can do that. See you all later on, lads.
Right, Jamesy,
Right.
There's not many of us left. Isn't that right, Professor?
Try and read, Billy. To be sure.
Looks like he's off it seriously though, doesn't it?
It's not all that for good, is he? But he doesn't think he's an alcoholic.
Who, Jamesy? Why so? He's just terminally married, that's all.
Oh no, if you were married to Maureen, maybe you'd be off it too, eh, Billy?
It's a front and a bottom you need, hey, not a bottom in front of you.
Oh, if I remember correctly.
Well, if you remember where your ass is, that's where you can stick it. Hey, right, drink up, young man. I have a suit to collect this evening. Hey, listen, Professor, you're coming to this wedding, aren't you?
Well, I haven't received an invitation as such.
That's an oversight. On behalf of the happy couple, I'm inviting you now. All right, Joe. Hey, where is new socks and all? Christ's sake, Billy. There you are. Good enough. Hey, I'll see you tonight, Professor. All right, Pat. See you tonight.
Right on, Billy.
You're right, Joe.
Right, Pat. See you.
See you now. Thanks, Mickey.
The sound of it.
God save us.
How you doing, Billy?
What's going on here then, eh? Hopefully no good will be found. Defamation and slander of an honest working man.
Oh, don't be flattering yourself. You weren't even mentioned.
My God, that must have been a dull conversation then. What about you, boy? Hey, suppose you realise now you're keeping this woman back from making my tea?
That's all right, Billy. I'm just going now anyway. I only dropped in to arrange for us to pick up your mother on Monday.
I'm only joking. Sit down with you earlier and tell us the crack.
Pay no heed to that gulping, Maureen. Just wait for a wee cup of tea. I'm putting the kettle on anyway.
Oh, just a cup now, Mrs. McGuire. I have to get home to make our tea now any minute. Jamesy's the wains of the bath and they'll not be long.
Well, all right.
I was never better, Billy.
We're looking better, that's for sure.
Get him with you, McGuire. I doubt you'd more than your share of the Polarel.
Not contemporary one, Jamesy, when he's starting me now.
Oh, no. You can go to the dogs if you like.
At least you know now you still care about me, eh?
But Jamesy's got other things to do.
You Jamesy will have them.
Jamesy's lucky I'm still willing to have him.
Lucky man, Jamesy.
Look, Billy, I'm serious now. No matter what you might think, this is dead earnest with me and Jamesy.
There you are now, too. I thought you and him were just good friends, eh?
Billy, you're not even listening to me.
Sorry, go on, I'm listening.
No, you're not taking me seriously.
Please, what I have to do? I'm serious, go on, what?
I don't want you encouraging Jamesy to drink.
How am I encouraging?
You know what I mean.
No, Maureen, I don't know what you mean. How am I encouraging? You'll have to tell me.
Hey, you fucking bottle!
All right, then. I want you to help him to stay off him.
Oh, man, he does what he wants himself.
Look, he's a grown man with a drink problem.
He doesn't get enough of it, Maureen.
Look, this might be a big joke to you, Billy, but it isn't to me, and it isn't to Jamesy, and it isn't to the Waynes either.
Bring the Waynes into it now. That's dirty. You're worse than JR, Maureen.
I'm asking you as Jamesy's friend.
As Jamesy's friend, I love Jamesy no matter what he does. And don't go on and off like a hot and cold tap.
And I do, I suppose.
And I'm not going to sit down and moralise and preach to him like a bloody social worker.
So as far as you're concerned, then I'm just making a mountain out of a molehill. Being melodramatic, is that it?
You're just being a woman, that's all. That's what you're good at, Maureen.
All right, then. I'm asking you as my friend. No, not as Jamesy's wife. As my friend. Or do I not matter anymore?
You made your choice a long time ago, man.
That's right. And I'm still trying to live with it.
Look, I don't have any influence over Jamesy. He'll do what he likes regardless. He wouldn't take any shit from me anyway. It's not my style.
All I'm asking is that you don't...
What? Don't what?
Oh, I don't know. Slip... Mix his drinks or something.
God's sake, Maureen, give us some credit. We're not bloody juveniles all together.
That's all right, then.
Just to soften your hand, Maureen. Billy, your tea's on. It'll be a while yet.
Sound of fairnesses. I'll go up and shave and put the gladder eggs on when I'm eating. I'm going to the dogs tonight, so
I thought you were going to the pub.
well, we might go there too, ma, eh? See you, Maureen. Hey, don't worry. Might never happen, eh?
What might never happen?
It's Jamesy. He's thinking of joining a monastery.
You know he did, Mrs. McGuire. He's only joking.
You don't have to tell me, Maureen, dear.
And I was saying to myself, don't kill him. It's only money. You never forgive yourself. It's only a stupid bastard. He meant well. Tell me, Professor. It's amazing how fast your mind works. I was trying to work out the odds of me getting away with just a viable homicide.
There isn't a court in the land would have done you in that one. No doubt about it.
That's what I was thinking to myself. Anyway, hey, there we were. Could see happiness slipping away from me. And this bloody big black depression about to settle in. Billy goes and pulls it out.
But then I thought, it's your funeral.
It's some funeral, eh? Well done, Professor, eh? You sound like a man that can love dangerously, eh? Well done, you wee lad, you come.
But just as well that horse one, wasn't it?
Aye, God knows. And there wouldn't be a dry eye in a house in it.
Might all be in the Jamesy specials.
You're cooking a smile, eh? That'll be the
Really care what the hell's keeping it. Do you think you'll make it out tonight, all right?
Ah, sure, it's early yet. Mind you, a stag night sort of loses its attraction when you're on the wagon, doesn't it?
You can fairly say that again. You can fair pick his tails and go off the drink, can't you?
Aye. Well, that's where you're wrong. He didn't pick his time, did he? It was picked for him.
What do you mean? Maureen? Up your head. If Jamesy didn't want to give up a drink, I'm damn sure Maureen wouldn't have got a look at.
That's what you think, sunshine. Christ, your ignorance is appalling. And you're getting married in 2 days' time. See, young fella's a deadhead. You have a rude awakening comedy, kid.
Jeez, would you look at what's talking? How come you're an expert all of a sudden?
Because I got my orders the day as well. Jesus.
What do you mean?
What orders?
I have been entrusted with the sacred duty of guiding our Jamesy's feet back onto the straight and narrow.
My God, somebody doesn't know you.
On the contrary, she knows me very well.
Jesus, you mean Maureen put you on the road?
You're not serious.
She come to see me, see me.
I want to make way.
No.
Why'd she come to see you?
Well, maybe I'll explain it to you sometime. Bar person refills, please, will you?
Right.
Right then, I'm away.
Right then. Don't enjoy yourself.
I refuse to be put into a wee box and have somebody come along and pan a label on it and say, right, McGuire, that's you panting wriggling. You stay put and behave like a corpse until you become one. I do not go gently.
All I said was, it's all right for you, but
Wait a minute. What do you mean it's all right for me? You're speaking to every man here, kid.
it's all right for
The
you.
universal soldier. I speak for my people.
But these men have to answer to their wives.
What do you mean we have the answer? Well, Polly's the one's going to do all the explaining.
Christ, nothing changes, does it? 20 years ago, I had to go down and ask your mother, were you allowed out to play?
Now you have to go down and ask his wife, is he allowed out?
Ridiculous, isn't it? Let my people go. Go on, man. You know the ironic thing about it?
No, what's the ironic thing about it?
Hold on a second. Hey, Professor, I'm using that word ironic that you always use. Just listen, I'm checking if I'm using it right, will you?
See if you're giving advice again. I would say ironic is the right word. Okay.
Jesus, the worm turns. Hey, listen, don't you be getting up strappers or I'll sign you back on again. Do you know the ironic thing about it?
What's the ironic thing, for God's sake?
The ironic thing is they only get married in the first place just to get away from their mothers.
Out of the frying pan into the fire.
Into the bloody fire. You see, you should have followed my system in the beginning. Then you wouldn't be in the bother years I'm now.
Oh, what's the system?
Break your mother's heart at an early age, and then you can do whatever the hell you like then after that.
Jesus, McGuire, but you're a hard man now.
I have to be, Mickey. I'm a pioneer.
You're a bloody mouth, so you are.
Talking of pioneers, hey, here comes one day at a time. Now listen, lads, hey. What's the language there? You can enjoy yourself just as much as everybody else without drink, you know. As long as you've a good personality.
Not leave a personality.
What are you on about? He enjoys that crack. Great personality, this fella, you know, doesn't he drink? That right, James, you old son?
That's right, McGuire.
Cool.
Judging by the amount of drink you need, you've as much personality as a wardrobe.
Oh, Jesus, the better word again, eh? Do you hear that, Mickey?
Heard him?
You take these boys out of the gutter, show them the real world, life and all its possibilities. You treat them as equals. What do they do, eh? They turn round and say hurtful things like that to you.
No gratitude, Billy. Good times,
Right.
You know what I blame, don't you?
Know what you blame, but we're not going to go through all that again, are we?
I suppose you're right. No sense in talking, is there?
Jamesy, baby, I knew you'd make it. You managed it all right then, kid.
Now, when did I ever miss a stag do?
But you know, but sure, Maureen didn't give off or nothing, did she?
For Christ's sake, don't you start it. I've enough to listen to with McGuire going on.
You know what I mean? She doesn't mind anyway.
For God's sake, why should she mind?
Right, I'm just checking. You're here anyway, that's the main thing. But what are you having, by the way?
When you have to break out tonight, hey?
No, I'm all right, Joe. Thanks all the same.
Oh, come on, lad. It's my stag night. Make an exception for me. Steve, some will, Claire. I'll say that for you. I don't know where you stick it in the middle of all this, too.
As Billy says, it's my sparkling personality.
No, you sure, hey?
Positive. Seriously, I'm grand. Thanks all the same. What was Billy on about, by the way, when I came on there?
So you know that Ken McGuire's trying to get us all to go over to the border club tonight?
Oh, that'll be a laugh, eh? Recapturing lost youth.
That's right.
He's not serious, is he?
You never know, McGuire. Yeah, I think he is, you know. Do you fancy it?
Are you kidding? Include me out. Do you want me divorced altogether?
That's right, I forgot. Billy wouldn't allow you to go anyway. He says his orders too.
Eh? What are you talking about?
I was a smart young executive with a brilliant career ahead of me. Good perks, company car, and a boss's daughter was madly in love with me. Hallelujah. Then one day I was tempted to skip lunch and go to the bar instead. Amen, brother. That's all behind me now. Mr. Blues. I was a young family man with everything to live for. Pretty wife, 3 beautiful children, and a house that was nearly paid for. Then one night, I fell in with bad company. That's when I had my first taste of Mr. Blues. I was a young nun about to take my final vow. 7 years I had spent being chaste and pure and holy. Then one morning I happened to taste the altar wine. Mr. Blues. Right, Cindy, come on. Give us one. You used to be good at these.
What do you want? Something like, I was a young wino on the road to ruination.
Ooh, for God's sake, that's Billy Graham. Hey, Mickey, go and give us a couple of pints, will you?
Do you not want to hear the end of it?
No, it's probably got a moral uplifting tract or something like that, dude.
Well, just trying to show you fellas the error of your ways.
Christ, hey, you're getting worse than Maureen, you know that?
Christ, what's all this talk about? Maureen all of a sudden?
Right, we're only wasting time now. All those for the Border Club Express, get in line now, come on, move them out. Here, Joe, get your slaggers over the back there. Come on now, children, time for fun and games.
Right, hey, it's my stag night. Hold on a minute. That gives the orders. Everybody will go to the Border Club and everybody will enjoy themselves. Okay, and that is an order.
I was well be home for as cheap as a lamp.
All right, come on, Pat. You're right, hey. Jamesy, come on, hey. You're only young ones. Go mad, hey.
Doubt not, Joe. It's not my scene.
Come on, Jamesy. If you go and take the bad luck off me, you know, just like old times, eh?
Are you kidding? Do you want me barred from the house? I got a professor there. Professor's bound to go. Isn't that right, Professor?
It's Willie. Jamesy. But the flesh is weak.
Right, come on, move them out there, come on.
Right, one second.
See you, Mickey. Yes, come on.
Enjoy yourselves, huh? You say your mother's convinced me of anything that's all.
Right, son, come on, Mickey. I'll even get you off.
You're not adventure.
Down up there, come on.
Your man.
Hey, listen, Mickey.
Aye.
No more
Ready,
drink,
boys.
right? When he's finished that there, send him home.
What do you say, McGuire?
Go home and sort yourself out, will you? We can't go on meeting like this, you know. Right, Mickey, see? What, lads? What?
Now, to we continue with our horror movie with a few more monsters reside in the House of Frankenstein, and viewers who can't
Okay.
hear the screams can watch the program with subtitles by dialing up CPAX, page 270.
Well, are you glad you went?
Wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Were they glad to see you?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I think it found me a bit of a drag.
How was Bonnie?
Billy? Billy told me to go home and sort myself out, as a matter of fact.
What do you mean, Dad? I wonder.
I don't know. I don't think even Billy knows the answer to that.
Well, I'm glad you came home anyway.
You got that feeling it's your time. You know that feeling when you're feeling in your prime. Stand back, boys, and clear the stage. King Kong is just about to burst out of his cage. Just like catchy melodies. Lovely ladies harmonize my memories. I've sung all those songs before. I'm the troubadour that really knows the score. Perfume, sweat, and cigarette smoke hold each other tight. Two fellas in the bogs, being sick as dogs. Givers and takers mingle in the spotlight. Outside engines revving, bound for seventh heaven. You're not often wrong, but you're right again. It's Saturday night. You're not often wrong, but you're right again. It's Saturday night. I'm throwing my hat into the ring. Don Quixote saddling up for one last fling. I'm still dancing on my toes. Boxing clever and I'm rolling with the blows. Perfume, sweat, and cigarette smoke hold each other tight. Two fellas in the bogs, being sick as dogs. Givers and takers mingle in the spotlight. Outside engines revving, bound for seventh heaven. You're not often wrong, but you're right again. It's Saturday night. You're not often wrong, but you're right again. It's Saturday night. You're not often wrong, but you're right again. It's Saturday night. You're not often wrong, but you're right again. It's Saturday night.
Who is it?
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks.
Dolly Maguire. Do you know what time it is? What in under God?
It is east, and Maureen is the sun.
Oh, Billy, you're drunk. What are you doing here anyway?
She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that?
You got me now to let her, you straight up.
You'd be glad to see me. I was just passing by and I said to myself, just drop in and give Maureen and James a surprise.
Will you do that all right? Will you give me a heart attack? It's 3 o'clock in the morning, you know.
See, tomorrow's Sunday, so you can lie in your bed all day, Maureen.
Oh, we can't all lie in bed all day. Some of us have to get up in the morning. Besides, this is tomorrow. It's already Sunday.
Mere detail. Jesus, you're a hard woman to serenade, Maureen. Is there no romance left in your soul anymore, is there?
Is that what you're doing? Serenading me? Well, I'm afraid I had all the romance knocked out of me a long time ago, Billy.
So young too, eh? Here, have a drop of this here and put some...
Not indeed. Are you mad drinking whiskey at this hour?
Perhaps. Suppose you're right. Keeps me sane when all about me has lost their head. Jesus, I don't know what the world's coming to, man. There's no thoroughbreds left anymore. What happened to them all, eh? Where's all the special people, poets and romantics that I used to know? Where have they all gone?
Maybe they couldn't stand the pace, Billy. Maybe you'll not be able to stand it much longer either.
Creeps in this petty pace from day to day. Reckon Shakespeare was a thoroughbred, Maureen? What do you think?
I reckon he was alright, Billy. Why do you drink so much, Billy?
Nobody tells me not to. Nobody needs me sober, do they? Jesus, I don't even need me sober.
What about your mother?
Mother? You see, if my mother hadn't my soul to save, she'd have no point in her life.
She just roll away and die. Nagging me is the only thing that gives her purpose in life.
Well, that's a good one. Your mother needs you to drink.
That's right. And I don't want to break her heart, no. Maybe I need a good woman to put me straight.
Well, you had your chance.
Did I, Maureen? Did I have a chance? Really?
That's all history now, Billy.
So it is, So as far as you're concerned, I can go and drink myself to death for all you care.
Well, Billy McGuire, you're the greatest chancer. Now, you're not going to lay all that at my door. You seriously trying to tell me you'd be any different to what you are today? I don't believe it for a minute.
Ah, well. Maybe you're right. Maybe not.
No maybe about it. You'd be too much for me, McGuire. I've my hands full with Jamesy as it is. Thanks for sending him home to me, by the way.
Well, thanks anyway.
The hell's that supposed to mean, thanks anyway?
You're awake.
Well, I'm not bloody sleepwalking, am I? Heard these voices. Just thought it was you. Look, nobody sent me anywhere. I came home under my own steam.
Eavesdropping, Jamesy?
Well, I couldn't do anything else but over here. I'm glad I did too. For Christ's sake, Maureen. I'm not a wee dog for people to throw sticks for.
James, that's not what I meant.
Well, whatever give you the idea to hate anything, at least when I do the right thing, give me the credit for doing it. Don't look around for some other way to explain it. Jamesy came home sober. I wonder who to thank for it.
Look, would you stop being so sensitive about it? It was only a chance remark. I'm not at my best at 3 o'clock in the morning, you know. And anyway, I was talking to Billy.
Aye, that's another thing. What the hell are you doing here at this hour of the morning?
Well, if you must know, we're serenading your wife here.
Oh, excuse me for butting in.
That's quite all right. One has to take into consideration the husband's feelings in matters like this.
Oh, there's just a small matter of getting up and looking after the wains in the morning.
Jesus, you're as bad as her. You're full of the joys of spring. What happened to the carefree couple that I knew and loved, eh?
People kept waking them up in the middle of the night. That's what happened to them.
Well, I can see him disturbing you. I can see him not welcome.
You're bloody right, you're not. At least you're getting a message.
James, don't be so ignorant.
I don't believe this. Me being ignorant. Right. He arrives in here in the middle of...
Right them away.
Stay where you are, Billy.
He arrives in here in the middle of the night, full drunk, and I'm the one that's being accused of being ignorant.
And I suppose you never ever did that in your life.
Well, if I did, I don't remember it being treated with such kindness and toleration.
Oh, for God's sake, would you stop being so childish?
Font of love and mercy.
I can see where this is leading me.
Well done, McGuire. Another fine start to the Sabbath. Jesus, I'm sorry, Maureen, hey?
Oh, it's not you, Billy. It's been like a bag of cats this past while back. Just likes to let off steam.
Probably needs me sober now. Jesus. Nobody tells me that, they think. Christ, they don't even need me sober. You know something, man? I'm glad you came to see me here.
Well, thanks again, Billy, for...
No. I mean, I'm glad, seriously, that you felt you could turn to me.
Well, you didn't let me down anyway.
I think a lot about you and James, eh? You know that?
I know, Billy.
Lucky man, James, eh?
I know, Billy.
Very lucky man.
Good night, Billy.
Night, Maureen. Sleep dwell upon thine breast, peace in thine eye.
Good night, Billy.
Would that I were sleep and peace, so sweet to rest. You're not still awake, are you?
I can never sleep till you're in.
Mother, you don't wait up for me. I'm a big boy now, remember?
You make that much noise when you come in anyway. It isn't worth the body's while to sleep. I thought for a moment you were your father come back from the grave. You walked in there now.
Oh, aye. Does that often, does he?
Aye, more than you might think. What happened tonight? Bad luck on the dogs?
No. No dogs tonight, ma. Just people. I went to met a girl I hadn't seen for years tonight.
Did you?
Out playing. Strange the way things turn out sometimes, ma, isn't it? Ah, well. Listen. No fries tomorrow morning, missus, if you don't mind. Right?
Billy. I don't suppose you got confession.
Funny enough, mother. I did. Right.
Two hearts, they beat with feeling. Two hands are intertwining. Two souls, their love revealing. Two smiles, the love light shining. Too bad that this vision of bliss is too good to be true. You want her as a lover, you swear there'll be no other wedding bells, and you discover she's turned into her mother. The two words I pray that I never will say are I do. I do. It's the only way to be, hanging loose and fancy free. If you're heading for a wedding, you're approaching Armageddon, don't you see? Married men admit the cost, broken-hearted, double-crossed. They tell the same old story. They fought for love and glory, and they lost. Two hearts, they beat with feeling. Two hands are intertwining. Two souls, their love revealing. Two smiles, the love light shining. Too bad that this vision of bliss is too good to be true. You want her as a lover, you swear there'll be no other wedding bells, and you discover she's turned into her mother. The two words I pray that I never will say are I do. I do. It's the only way to be, hanging loose and fancy free. If you're heading for a wedding, you're approaching Armageddon, don't you see? Married men admit the cost, broken-hearted, double-crossed. They tell the same old story. They fought for love and glory, and they lost. Too bad that this vision of bliss is too good to be true. The two words I pray that I never will say are I do. I do.
And I suppose we'd better toast the bus driver when we're at it, eh? The bus driver, eh? Now, anybody else now needs toasted. Now we're in the mood, like, eh? Right, may as well toast the bus then. And of course, not forgetting my mother, my ma. Well, that's all the serious duties carried out. Now we can get a bit of crack on and let the old hair down. But before you go and bit stout down your necks, I want to hear from the man himself here today. You ever wonder that woman never makes speeches at weddings, eh? You ever wonder about that? Anyway, while this man's talking, I'll be thinking up some more toasts, alright? And now, my dear people, I would ask each one of you to ponder for a moment and reflect on what it is that draws these two young people together in this holy sacrament of marriage.
Amen.
In this binding and sacred contract that commits each one of them to a life of selfless devotion and total sharing. Why do they do it? Well, I don't know. I think I'll leave that up to the man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, the groom.
Thanks, Billy. Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking.
I told you, let on you're in the pub, you're all right.
Well, let's say unaccustomed as I am to having so many people listen to me at the one time. I feel it's only right that I take this opportunity to make up for a serious omission made by Billy here during his last toast there. And it was that he left out one very important person, and that person is himself. To the best man.
Jesus, what is this? Eulogy for Billy McGuire? Anyone would think he's the one that's getting married?
Best man.
That's where. Billy McGuire.
And Billy really has been the best man that I've ever had anyway. And I must say, I feel I could recommend him to anybody who's looking for one. Even though he did spend the last week trying to talk me out of it.
It wasn't me, it was your conscience. Honestly, God, no, Francis, it wasn't me.
It just goes to show you, anyway, that he's not along here just for the meal, as he says himself.
Not like some people I could name up and down there.
But those of us who know Billy know why he's here, and they know why I didn't have to think twice about having to choose a best man, because he really is the best man.
You'll have me in tears.
And I know that Jamesy picked Billy to be his best man as well, and Billy says himself that it was like asking an undertaker to give somebody the kiss of life. But if it was good enough for Jamesy, it was good enough for me anyway. And it's not often that I get the chance to embarrass Billy, because he's always doing it to me. And I think I should take this opportunity and say that we all know anyway that behind that hard exterior that there's really a big softy trying to
For Christ's sake.
What is wrong with you?
Me, Maureen? There's nothing wrong with me. What could possibly be wrong with me?
Well, stop behaving like a spoiled 4-year-old, will you?
Here's one for you, son. How long take a last go? Dear old Glasgow town. There's something about girl with Glasgow boy.
Seems to have to get married more often. Hey, some crackers.
Great crack altogether, Joe. Well, everybody seems to be enjoying themselves anyway.
You're right there, McGuire certainly has nothing to say that about him. Did you see the dances? I think he was a bloody teenager. He's just taught Dickie Rock and he jive. Do you ever think you see the professor out dancing? At a wedding too? Polly went up to him and says to him, "What do I tell you something? You better get out there and start dancing now, or you're getting no more drink." Geez, he hasn't sat down since.
Oh, he's a great motivator, our Billy.
He is that. What about yourself? You enjoying it?
Oh, grand, Joe, don't worry about it.
Oh, you're very quiet. Hey, you in bad form, or what?
No, just in a quiet sort of mood, as you say, Joe. I'm all right, honestly. I'm just happy sitting here enjoying all the carry-on.
No, you're in bad form. I know, Jamesy. You haven't been the same this way back. I doubt that out Coke and Orange doesn't agree with me at all. And how do you intend keeping this up? Jeez, McGuire's fairly giving you some stick. Hey, one day at a time and all. Jeez, I had a laugh. You've done with James now. It is funny.
I'm glad you think so, Joe. I don't find him so funny. He's been acting a bastard.
Oh, come on, lad. You can't say that about him. But he's on your side and you know that.
He's got a funny way of showing it.
That's just Billy. Come on, Jamesy, snap out of it, hey. You know he doesn't mean half the things he says. He just doesn't take things as seriously as me or you. All the same, I think Maureen would get through to him more than he lets on. I think he'd do anything for Maureen, you know. Or you, for that matter.
What are you talking about? Maureen got through to him?
But the other day when she came down to see him.
What other day?
I don't know. Saturday. Whatever day it was. I thought you knew about that.
You about what? What are you talking about?
I thought you knew. Maureen came down and warned him off. He even says that you sent her down, but I knew he was only joking.
Warned him off what? What the hell are you talking about?
And she just warned him. Well, she didn't exactly warn him. But she didn't warn him. She just asked him not to be forcing you to be taking any drinks. You know that kind of women. God's sake. But Billy just made a big joke out of it and told her wise up or something like that.
Who told you all this?
Billy told us.
Us? Who's us?
Just sort of came into the bar and announced it. I mean, he wasn't giving away any state secrets or anything like that. I mean, it was no secret that you were under orders from Maureen. He just made a big joke about it. You know that kind of Billy.
Sweet Christ.
No, that's all he did. Just made a big joke out of it. But I think at the same time he did take her a wee bit too seriously. He even eased off the slagging. You must have noticed that yourself, Jamesy. Hey, Jamesy.
What?
Let's see, I think he eased off. What do you think?
What do I think? I don't know, Joe. I think I'm going outside for a while.
You're going to save me from my fate, are you, Bill?
Well, I don't know. Don't know whether you deserve to be saved or not. Don't know whether you're worth the trouble, Maureen, to tell you the God's honest truth.
Well, thanks very much, Billy. You're really great for my ego, see ya.
I'm only being honest with you, Maureen. It might be that you're only cut out for the wee wifey bit. The whole bloody, monotonous, destroying, domestic dog's body life.
Well, some of us might settle for that, Billy. For a change.
Yeah, yeah, you see. A life of romance and adventure might be too much for you. What do you think, Professor?
What's that, Billy?
Can you see Maureen here as a gangster's model, eh? Can you picture the three of us, eh? Cutting a swathe through the country and a Model T Ford?
Oh, I suspect they're here for it. Saving your presence, man. Many are called, Billy, and very few are chosen.
See that? That's what education can do for you, eh? Have you met the professor before, have you?
Well, we haven't been formally introduced. Hello,
How you doing,
Professor.
Maureen? Pleased to meet you.
Jamesy's told me a lot about you.
Aye. Poor Jamesy.
What do you mean, poor Jamesy?
Jesus, you're away with it again. Don't listen to him, Maureen. For God's sake, isn't anyone that I don't introduce you to decent
I
company?
want him to say what he means.
James is a very unhappy man, Maureen.
Christ, what have you been drinking?
Why do you think that? Why do you think he's unhappy?
Too many people need him, that's why.
You're full of crap.
Well, he has to make a choice, hasn't he? Like everybody else.
Aye, between the Dublin and the deep blue sea.
Will you really, Maureen? See you. You're definitely full of crap. Come on out and dance now, for God's sake, and don't be talking to anybody else.
And that's what it's all about. You put your whole self in, your whole self out. In, out, you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn around.
I suppose you know what you're doing.
Yes, Maureen. I know what I'm doing. Having a drink, that's what I'm doing. That's what people normally do when they come to a wedding, isn't it? They have a drink and a bit of crack. That's all I'm doing.
Jamesy, don't, please.
All right, Maureen. Come on. Let's get this scene over and done with as quick as we can. You've been rehearsing this over and over in your head for months, so come on. Make the most of it. Shock, horror, how could you do this? Think of the ways. Don't think you're coming home to me again. Blah, blah, sob, etc.
Jamesy, I'm begging you, please.
Sorry, Maureen. You know that? You mightn't believe this, but I really am sorry.
Why? Just tell me why.
Because I want to. It's as simple as that. I wanted to.
But now, why now? Why now after all this time?
Good a time as any, I suppose. Sort of inevitable after all when you think about it, isn't it?
But think what you're doing, James. You're destroying everything.
Now you're getting melodramatic again, Maureen. I know you won't accept this, but I can handle it.
Oh, Christ. You can handle it. Do you hear yourself?
Yes, I hear myself. And yes, I can handle it. I always could handle it.
God.
Wait a minute, let me finish. I can handle it a damn sight better than I can handle anything else. What I can't handle is being treated like a caged animal. Like some sort of house-trained monkey or half-wit that can't even cross the street on his own. I can't handle being your prize ornament that you dust and polish and keep away from the bad boys and then drag out on occasions to show the neighbours. I can handle me all right, Maureen. The way I am, me, understand. You're the one that can't handle it, Maureen, drunk or sober.
Jamesy, that's just not true.
Is it not, Maureen? Is it not? Will you just think about it for a change, eh? Who was it all for? Who was it for, Maureen? It was for you. It was for your sake I became a bloody hermit, pandering to your bloody stupid hysterics. Jesus, I should have known. But I did know. I did. But I thought, what odds if it keeps her happy? But it didn't, Maureen, did it? You weren't satisfied even then, were you? You had to make sure that everybody knew about it. Make sure they all knew what a wild time you had and what an example you made of me.
Jamesy, what the hell are you talking about?
You know damn well what I'm talking about.
Don't, you're not making any sense at all.
Right. Did you or did you not go cap in hand to Billy McGuire and ask him to stop leading your wee Jamesy astray? Jesus! Billy McGuire of all people!
What did he tell you?
Oh, he didn't tell me anything, Maureen. He told the rest of the fucking world. He told the entire bar and every dog's arse in the street. Oh, it was a great joke altogether. Oh, he made a bloody laughing stock. Yes, that's what he did. And it wasn't hard to do, Maureen, was it? You know Billy McGuire.
Oh. Is that it? Is that your reason?
I don't need a reason, all right? But if you want a reason, that'll do as good as any.
Come on, Maureen. Don't stand in the way of progress. Come on. Jesus. What did you do that for? Maureen, hold on a minute. What was that about?
You know what, Billy? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did it. Because you're not worth it. I'm not even really angry with you. I shouldn't even be surprised at you because you're nothing but a fool. A drunken, useless, pathetic fool. You never were anything else. You couldn't be a man if you tried.
Jesus, James, what was all that?
Ah, storming a teacup.
It's all right. Are you all right, Jamesy?
I am all right.
Did you ever do that before?
She's always said that. She's always said that.
No, it's all right.
No, yes, it's all right. Look, what are you having? What are you going to have?
Oh, pint of Scottish for me. Pint of stout.
Pint of stout.
Good man, James.
Right, okay. Come on, right. All right, barman. Drinks for my friends here.
That's more like it.
Are you all right? What are you having, Billy?
What's up about Jesus. Back in order. Wee wine, will you?
I know. A wee wine here for Billy.
Watching days go by, you get the notion in your head. You're going nowhere. I'm sure you felt that way too. Don't the good times fly? They say you'll be a long time dead. If life's for living, it's up to you. Let's dance. Romance, find El Dorado beyond the mountains of the moon. No fears, no tears. You pay the piper, you call the tune.